Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. We should show love towards all the beings without finding the difference between human beings and animal beings, because God has created all the beings equally, but an extraordinary sixth sense is given to human beings. That's why we have to adopt the quality of love all and serve all, because God expects only the love from us towards Him or towards any beings. At the same time, service mindedness gives a sort of happiness to uplift our life. Therefore, we should adopt the quality of love all, serve all, because serving to the human beings, serving to any kind of being is service to God. Therefore, he is to say, Manava Sevaiva Madhava Seva. In this regard, we should emphasize much on loving the people with wholeheartedly, without expecting any return. Even we have to serve all the people without expecting any return. Only the return is God's blessings. Why? God has given us this life not to enjoy ourselves. We have to make the people to be happy who are with us, whether family members or neighbors or colleagues or whomsoever. It is a prime duty of all the beings to do service. We have to feel all are one, feelings are none. Be alike to everyone is the motto we have to adopt from the childhood itself. At the same time, if we have to love others, otherwise we should not hurt others. If you are not able to love others, but don't hurt others, that is also kind of love, is it? Only loving the beings is the switch to our life upliftment. Love is the main switch to do anything in this earth. At the same time, we have to have the habit of love all, hate none. And we are given this life to improve our character by loving the people, by loving God, and serving the people and serving the all beings. Why? Service is one of the main good character in one's life. We should not give importance to the money and status and any kind of caste, religion, region, etc. Because money comes and goes, but our character of serving to all, loving to all comes and grows. It never degrades our lifestyle. And also, God is always shows His interest only in our love and our service to the humankind. This should not be forgotten by everyone. We have to pray for welfare of all, because our motto is that given, instructed, preach from Vedas. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kashchid dukha bhag bhavet. These types of quotes are prescribed from Vedas to implement on our character, implement in our life. At the same time, our service, whatever the type of service may be, minor or major or little or big, it will lead you to devotion towards God. When God pleases, He will be with us in all the circumstances, in all the difficulties and calamities, to uplift us into blissful life. Therefore, we are asked to love all. Therefore, today I took the topic of love all, serve all. Let us see in detail. Prayer. Gurave sarvalokanam vishaje bhavaroginam nidaye sarvavidyanam dakshinamurtaye namaha. God is love and can be won only through the cultivation and exercise of love. God cannot be trapped by any trick. He yields grace, blessings only when His commands are followed. Command to love all, serve all. When you love and serve all, you are serving yourself most. Yourself for whom you love most. For God's grace envelops you then, and you are strengthened beyond all previous experiences. Let all days of living be a continuous offering of love. As an oil lamp exhausts itself in illumining the surroundings. Bend the body, mend the senses, and end the mind. That is a process of attaining the status of children of immortality, which the Upanishads have reserved for man. God is the embodiment of sweetness. Attain Him by offering Him who resides in all the sweetness that God has dowered on you. Crush the cane in the mill of seva, boil it in the cauldron of penitence. Decolorize it of all sensual itch. Offer the crystallized sugar of compassionate love to God. Seva means service. Brings out all the type of good qualities. It is great in human being. It broadens the heart and widens one's vision. It fills one with joy. It promotes unity. It proclaims the truth of the Spirit. It drives out all evil qualities in a man. It must be regarded as a great spiritual discipline. We are born to serve, not to dominate. Everyone in the world is a servant and not a master. That should not be forgotten. All relationships, husband and wife, mother and child, the employer and employee, are based on mutual service. Seva should be done out of sense of duty. The body has been given to man for the performance of right action. Every person has to discharge his duties in life. It is a sin to ignore one's duties. Perform your duties without regard to what others say or do. Engage yourself in service activity. Consider social service as service to God. To earn the love of God, this is the easiest way. The best way to love God is to love all and serve all. Your entire life sanctified thereby. Devotion consists in expressing love towards all. You cannot effect a change of heart only by your sweet speeches. They often lead to confusion and conflict. Better than speeches is practice of love with faith in the divine. Follow the path of love and redeem your love. Man knows that God is the very embodiment of love. Only through the cord of love can God be bound. Not only God, even all the people will be bound for love and service motive. But it is only when love is for lover's sake that this cord can bind God to man. If love is motivated by desire for worldly objects, God will be beyond our reach. You must become embodiments of love. If you are merely loving, your love will be confined to a few. Only when you become the embodiment of love can your love comprehend all. Only then you will realize that is the same God who is indweller in all beings. We owe a debt of gratitude to the divine who has not only endowed us with this precious human body but which also sustains it. We should be able to enjoy these gifts of the divine only if we discharge this debt to the divine. How is this to be done? It is by rendering service to other bodies, saturated with the same divine, by doing righteous deeds and consecrating all actions in the service of the society. This debt to the divine has to be discharged in full in this life itself or during many future lives. The earlier we repay this debt, the sooner we shall realize the divinity. It is needless to search for God. Verily, you are the divine. Strive to realize this kind of truth. There is a simple and easy way. Have faith that every human being is an embodiment of the divine. Love everyone. Serve to all. The best way to God is to love all, serve all. This body has been engaged in service right from birth. This body has been engaged in service from birth. You should also send your life in serving others. This is God's message. We should practice whatever He preach. We love all and serve all and exhort you to do the same. We are not able to understand our love as our feelings are narrow. That is our mistake, not God's. Today, conflicts are on the rise as there is no proper understanding and adjustment among people. Adjustment will be possible only when there is a proper understanding. Serve all with compassion, kind-heartedness. In all religions, birthdays of great personalities are celebrated, but the ideals for which they lived are not remembered and followed. People are only remembering the day to celebrate, but never follow their principles. It's a bad luck. If you do not care to follow their teachings or preachings, then the celebrations lose their meaning and become artificial observances. It is not doing justice to the good people whose birthdays are being celebrated. It is only by practicing these ideals that one can truly celebrate his birthday. The divinity within should be reflected in every action. The seat of truth is in your heart. Worship means loving others with your full heart. You must live in love and lead a life of selfless based on love. This is the only right way of celebrating the birth of Christ or Guru Nanak or Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan or Swami Vivekananda or Ramakrishna Paramhansa, etc. Anybody. So, let us lead pure and sacred lives. One should regard love for God as the greatest treasure one can have. When you love God, you will have love towards all because the divine is in everyone. Therefore, bear in mind, love all, serve all. The best way to serve God is to love all and serve all. Your devotion will get diluted if you entertain differences between people. Devotion to Rama or Lord Krishna becomes meaningless if you do not practice their teachings. The worship of the Lord should be accompanied by leading a godly life, not good life. Only then the bliss can be experienced. Today, people carry on routine reading of scriptural texts like the Gita or the Bible or the Quran. This serves no purpose unless they lead pure and sacred lives. They should fill their hearts with love of God and share that love with others. Through love, you can achieve anything. How? Today, man visits the temples and pilgrimages centers in search of peace, but peace is not found in pilgrimage centers. So, search within, tread along the path of love. Only then you will be peaceful. Through love, you can achieve anything. God is love. Live in love. Without love, you do not need to approach anybody, nor do you need to exert yourself. Turn your vision inward. Krishna said, Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhuta sanatanaha. Human beings are the sparks of my divinity. So anybody, it amounts to serving God. The best way to love God is to love all, serve all. If you lead such a life, all your actions will be pleasing unto God. You need food, clothing, shelter, and some money to purchase medicines if you were to fall sick. That's why God said in the beginning, O man, never be over ambitious. Lead instead a noble life by making proper use of the intellect. Happiness lies in contentment. Dissatisfaction will lead to misery. In order to experience peace, keep your desires under your control. Have a pure heart that should be filled with love. All your burdens, penance, and the like are no avail unless you have a pure heart filled with love. It is like preparing food in an untinned vessel. It is bound to get spoiled. It is to develop a loving heart that you have to embark on the spiritual path. This pure love is the direct path to God. It is love which is unbound and divine. The love of God should not depend on whether your prayers are fulfilled or not. Remember what ordeals the sages and saints passed through in their devotion to God. They braved all difficulties and earned lasting fame as great devotees. Life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a game, play it. Life is a love, enjoy it. Life is awareness. The best way to love God is to love all and serve all. Your service will lead you to devotion. Your life is a long journey. And your desires are the luggages. Less luggage, more comfort makes travel a pleasure. So, reduce your desires mean luggages. Human birth is gifted to serve others, not just to eat, drink, sleep, and make money. The best way to love God is to love all and serve all. Man's foremost duty is to serve his fellow men and make them happy. Your life will be redeemed only when you involve yourself in the service of society. The highest sadhana, means spiritual practice, is to transform love into service. Service will lead you to devotion. So, pray for the welfare of all. How? Give up selfishness and work for the unity of your country. Pray for the welfare of all and lead an ideal life. Human life is not gifted to you to hanker after worldly objects. You have to set an ideal to the world. What is the ideal that you have to set? You must help all to your utmost capacity. The best way to love God is to love all and serve all. Adopting service and love is your ideals. You must start a new life from this moment. And money comes and goes, but morality comes and grows. Do not hate anybody, because all are your brothers and sisters, according to Swami Vivekananda, who said in the assembly hall of USA, Chicago, how he said, "My dear brothers and sisters of America," he brought universalhood. So, cultivate the spirit of brotherhood of man and fatherhood of God. Serve all with love, neither by penance, nor by pilgrimage, nor by the study of scriptures, nor by tapa, nor by japa can one cross the ocean of life. One can achieve it only by serving others. Money comes and goes, but morality comes and grows. There have been many men of affluence in this land, but what happened to them ultimately? They had to leave all the world with empty handed. No one can carry even a fistful of dust at the time of departing from the world. Otherwise, this type of serving to humankind is good one. Otherwise, there would have been rationing even for dust in the country. When you leave the body, you carry with you only the good and bad that you have done in your life. God is interested only in love and also service. You should undertake service. In fact, the hands are given to you serve humanity. Hands that serve are holier than lips that pray. Therefore, undertake selfless service and attain glory. When you undertake good work, you enjoy peace in your life. Today, the boys who sang bhajans are former students of the institute. They have undertaken several services to please Swami. God is not interested in worship and other sadhanas, means spiritual discipline. He is interested only in service. Hence, undertake service and more service. The best way to love God is to love all and serve all. And service. If you can recognize the importance of these two sadhanas and conduct yourself accordingly, there can be no greater sadhana. You need not have to spend a lot of money in service. Sanctify your life by undertaking loving service. You attain eternal joy. Where there is purity, there is divinity, is a slogan. There must be harmony between one's thoughts, words, and deeds. When there is unity between these three, there will be purity. Where there is purity, there is divinity. Whatever others do to you, consider it as good for you. See that you do not lose your humanness under any circumstances. In fact, humanness is your most valuable property. Love all and serve all. Then only you can lead a healthy and happy life. Do not eat junk food or food that is prohibited. You have to partake good, sattvic, pure food that is offered first to God. You don't offer all sorts of food to God, do you? Sattvic food that is prepared in a clean vessel with pure feelings is offered to God. The food so offered to God has to be partaken as prasadam. Good food brings good health, and from good health arises good thoughts. Unfortunately, today there is dichotomy between our thoughts, words, and deeds. We say something and do something else. So, love all, hate none. Love everyone, but do not trust everyone without discrimination. One who puts his trust wholly in others is headed for ruin. Love all, serve all. But put trust in yourself. Develop self confidence. Give up worldly desires. Develop divine feelings and give up worldly feelings. This is the dharma of humanity. Love even those who bear hostility towards you. This is the characteristic of God. There are many who are hostile towards God. Therefore, one should attach no importance to praise and abuse. See to it that love principle is installed firmly in you. Face the challenge of life with confidence. Never deterred by hardships and obstacles. Love even those who criticize you. This is the ideal that Lord will expect love and service from you. Therefore, develop good qualities and help those who are in distress. Love everyone because God is in everyone. It is needless to search for God. Verify you are the divine. Strive to realize the truth. There is a simple and easy way. Have the faith that every human being is an embodiment of the divine. Love everyone, serve all. The best way to love God is to love all, serve all. You must love everyone because God is in everyone. Every human being is a manifestation of God. On the cosmic stage, every man identifies himself with the form and name given to him. But he does not realize what is his true form and name. Do not hurt others. God is in you and in everybody, so hurting God. Do not criticize and find fault with others. So love all, serve all. Respect, adore, and worship your parents. They constitute the real wealth of your life. The blessings of your parents will confer health and wealth on you. God comes to you on His own when you love and serve your parents. You cannot always oblige, but you can speak always obliquely. You are attributing various names and forms to God for your own satisfaction. But God is essential. 1. Be He Rama, Krishna, Allah, or Jesus, all their teachings are meant for the emancipation of man. No religion preaches violence or to harm anybody. Some evil minded people are misinterpreting the sacred teachings and are indulging in wicked deeds. All the noble souls have taught sacred things. They said, love all. They did not preach hatred. God never tells anybody to kill others. No one has any right to kill the other because the same Atma is present in all. In the name of God, people are committing heinous crimes. It is not good for anybody. Love all, serve all. You cannot always oblige, but you can speak always obliquely. There is no God greater than love. Love is God, God is love. Live in love, destroy wicked qualities. Love is the main switch. How? You are under the mistaken notion that you are rendering service to others. You should give up such a feeling. Only then does the service you perform become real service in the strict sense of the term. Service does not merely mean helping others. The best way to love God is to love all and serve all. Your acts of service should be suffused with the spirit of love. Without the positive aspect of love, all service you rendered becomes negative in nature. All are one, be alike to everyone. All are God's children. God is their only Father. Hence, we must love all. Others may not love us, but we must love all and serve all. People keep distant from us as long as they do not understand the power of love. So, we should adopt the principle of love all and serve all. ओम श्रीकांताय कल्याण निधे निधेद्राम श्री वेंकट निवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मंगलम मंगलाशास्त्र प्रेमदाचार्य प्रोमे सर्वेश पूर्वैराचार्य सत्कृतायास्तु मंगलम.